Looking to learn how to get better in the Cycle Frontier but don't feel like sitting through a 30-minute video that could have been done in 5? You've come to the right place. Here's part 2 of 10 tips that will greatly improve your ability to progress. Let's get at it. Number 10. Drop pod maps. Get a head start on your drop by checking the map before you land. You can't open the map directly, but you can activate the UI by checking your objectives. By doing that, you allow yourself to check the map well before you hit the ground. You can start planning your path early and get an idea where potential threats may be coming from ahead of time. Number 9. Storms. Just in case you didn't know, you don't have to evac before the storm hits. You can remain on planet. Certain items can only be gathered during the storm, and mobs have an increased drop rate for items. So if you're looking to gather Marauder flesh or Heavy Strider flesh, try to kill them during the storm to improve your chances. Most players rush to evac before the storm hits and can't spawn during the storms. So if you navigate to your evac during the storm and call it in right as the storm ends, that is the time where there are the least amount of players on the planet. But beware, because number 8, lightning strikes. Storm lightning comes in 2 forms, ambient and directed. Ambient is part of the background and noise pollution that is created during the storm. The directed strikes are the ones aimed at you and your general area, but there's a little bit of a wind up. So as long as you have stamina, you can sprint or slide before the lightning strikes. You can also seek overhead cover that will block the lightning. Bear in mind, lightning can be used to determine if someone else is nearby, and that works both ways. Each player generates lightning strikes, so if there's 3 of you, you should watch your spacing as to not get hit by multiple strikes all at once and end up dying instantly. And don't forget to, number 7, to bring a flashlight. Checking dark corners, caves, and rooms quickly with flashlights can ensure that you don't unknowingly turn your back on a hidden player. 300k marks is really cheap in the grand scheme of things, and it will help you navigate during the storm. If you're playing with other players, the flashlight is also useful for pointing things out. Speaking of lights, number 6, evac areas have these landing pad lights showing where the ship will land. Normally, they're yellow. However, when a player is near and they're able to call an evac ship at that location, the lights will turn blue. This applies to you too. As soon as you see the top of this on the screen, the lights will give away the fact that you're there. Number 5, mantling. Sometimes it's hard to tell where you can mantle and when you should be pressing the button, but when you jump, hold down the jump button. If you are able to mantle onto a surface, you will. No more trying to time it, spamming it, or possibly missing it entirely. Just hold the button down. Number 4, grenade cliff drop. Sometimes when you're fighting a player, while you have the high ground, you're not able to get a clean angle of fire because they're directly below you. By aiming grenade toss initially to land on the edge, it will bounce slightly and go straight down over the edge. Use this to flush out the enemy and force them to give you a clean finish. Number 3, bag swapping. Instead of looting someone's bag in a compromising position, go to a nearby piece of cover. Drop off your bag, then go back to the other bag and equip said bag. Bring that bag over to your cover and then sort the loot from there. There's no sense in standing in the open when doing this. Number 2, how to easily kill a Marauder. The Marauder is deceptively easy to kill with a few techniques. First, his weak spot is here. No, not this spot, this spot. If you hit him here, you will do a ton of damage. When the Marauder can get to you, he will try to melee you. If they can't get to you, they will spit on you. When they're trying to melee you, you can just jump over their attacks until they go for a heavy strike while exposing their weak spot. After a decent amount of damage is done in a short period of time, he staggers. Beware though, after he's been staggered once, it's much harder to do it a second time. It's very common after being staggered, the Marauder roars, exposing its weak spot again. So if you still have ammo in your weapon, don't reload so you can take advantage of this opportunity to do more damage. When the Marauder is using a standard spit, a small windup will happen. It will track your movement as of the time it is shot. So if you can't break line of sight, change trajectory right after it's shot. A quick slide will do the trick. And the number 1 tip for this video is glide sliding. In my last tips video, I talked about slide jumping, but if you slide at the edge of the surface of something, you can glide. In order to perform this, you'll have to uncrouch immediately. Otherwise, you'll lose all of your momentum. Here's a couple of slides where I hold down the crouch button. As you can see, I lose my momentum and drop straight down. And then here's what it looks like when I release it immediately. As you can see, I cover a lot more ground. If you have crouch on toggle, you'll have to press it twice, so this might be a little bit more difficult for you to do. You can use this in fights for various reasons, but if you'll notice while you're doing it, you're not using up stamina. So it's an effective way to cover ground as well. Just don't be counterproductive and stagger from too high of a drop. If you're looking for a more in-depth guide about how to either fight or what to do between drops, check out these videos. I hope these tips helped. If they did, like and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and as always, good hunting.